Hello, it's Thursday the 18th of October, and in this video I'm just looking at the latest Lotto result. I'm going to analyse the result statistically to figure out if any of the numbers were predictable, and based on what I find I'm going to make a prediction for the next draw. Now this is my ticket for the Lotto. I predicted number 54 and these are my odd picks that I put on. Didn't win any on that ticket. Or that one. But on this ticket I won £6 by predicting that the most frequent number would be drawn. And this is a chart showing that 54 is the most frequent number. These are all the numbers. This is the frequency of each number. That it's basically counting how many times each number's occurred. These are the draws, and where the number is on the chart depends on what draw it occurred in last and how many times it's occurred. This is a chart summarising all the draws where these 4 machines and these 8 heads balls have been used since the numbers went up to 59 in draw 2066. And this is what the chart looks like now. However, before the last draw it looked like this. So that's what it looked like before. Don't know if you saw that slight change, but anyway, these are the numbers that came out in last night's draw. The machine was Guinevere, set balls 3, and as you can see the most frequent number 54, that was one of the winning numbers. So I'll just show you what the chart looks like now they've come out. And I'll just show you again what it looked like before. So you can see how the chart has changed in the last draw. Now I'll just show you where the winning numbers were on this chart. That's where they were, and that's where all the other numbers are. So we know that 54 was the most frequent, so if we look at a chart for number 54, so now we're looking at numbers paired with 54 on this chart, and this is where the winning numbers were. Now if we narrow it down to the machine that was used, which was Guinevere, that's the chart for Guinevere. And this is where the winning numbers were on that. Now if we narrow it down to set of balls 3, that's the set of balls that we used. Then this is the chart for set of balls 3. And surprisingly enough, it turns out that main number 51 was the most overdue for that set of balls, and number 1, which also came out, was the second most overdue for that set of balls. So the two most overdue numbers from this chart were both winning numbers, and that's where the rest of the numbers were, down there. So let's have a look then at a chart for 51. So that's the chart for 51, and this is where the winning numbers were on that chart. So there's number 1. So this was the first time that number 1 has occurred with 51 since 51 was added. And I also noticed that main number 5 was one of the 3 most frequent numbers with 51. Now if you look at a chart for number 1, and let's see where the winning numbers were on that. So obviously 51 most overdue, and the other numbers amongst those. So basically that's all I know for that draw. Well, all I could have known to predict, but I wasn't going to put a different line on for each set of balls, so I wouldn't have predicted 51 or number 1, but at least I got number 54 and won £6 of my own money back, basically. So I still basically lost £4 because I put £10 on. I won 6, so I'm still £4 down on that. So a bit disappointing, but that's how it works. Sometimes you get small wins, sometimes you get big wins. Now let's have a look at the other numbers then. So chart for number 5 looks like this, and this is where the winning numbers were. So you can see 51 was most frequent with number 5, and also looks like 54 was pretty much on the edge of that chart. Yep, there's 54. So let's look at a chart for number 6. And see where the winning numbers were. So 51's on the edge of that one. And this is the chart for number 20. And this is where the winning numbers were on that chart for number 20. So in conclusion, these numbers weren't very predictable. I could do a deeper analysis, looking at the machine, the set balls, maybe the full draw history as well. So let's have a look at that. See, the problem is that since the numbers 51 50 to 59 were added, it's made the full history somewhat irrelevant, because it's no longer a 49 number lottery, it is now a 59 number lottery. So the full draw history isn't really all that relevant anymore. So my predictions for the next draw are pretty much the same numbers as what I had on my ticket, which was these numbers. And if you want to know why I'm predicting these numbers, you need to watch my previous videos where I picked the numbers, because basically I'm just going to put the same numbers on again for the next draw. And you can probably guess why I'm putting 29 on, most overdue for its frequency. 24 is most overdue. 54 is still most frequent. So the latest outcome hasn't changed that. If we narrow it down to the current trend, which is Guinevere and Lancelot, and sets 1 to 4, then the chart looks like this. Oh, I noticed number 12 is most overdue for its frequency on this chart. In fact, actually, I just noticed, looking at that one, that when we're looking at oh, it's gone now, but I could have sworn I just saw number 20 most overdue for its frequency on this chart, but gone past it now, so could probably rewind the video and look at that. Possible reason why 20 came out. Right, so when we narrow it down to the 2 machines and 4 sets of balls that are in use at the moment, 29 is still most overdue for its frequency, 54 is still most frequent. Number 4 is most overdue on this one. Now, if we look at a chart for 24, but anyway, those are my numbers. I might possibly consider swapping 54 for number 4 on the ticket, but I don't know about that, not too sure. So that concludes this video. Subscribe so that you get a notification for the next one. I hope it helps you to pick your numbers for the next draw, and bye for now.